We must all remain committed to slow the spread of coronavirus, taking care of ourselves and not putting others in harm's way, especially those already at high risk of getting seriously ill, including people over 65 or those with underlying medical conditions. If you must be out, avoid crowded areas, stay 6 feet or 2 arm lengths away from others, and wear a face covering. Wash hands frequently with soap and water for 20 seconds, especially after being in public spaces. Avoid touching your face, cough or sneeze in a tissue, then throw it away. Disinfect frequently, touch objects, and if you have symptoms of fever, dry cough, and soreness of breath, call your healthcare provider before going to their office. Slowing coronavirus means taking care of ourselves while also protecting others. Even if you're not at high risk, these steps should be taken to help slow the spread of coronavirus. We are all in this together.
What's going on, world? It's your boy OG Mambo.
And your guy D Money. Join us along with Pint Size Patron and ID Yourself
Here on Fresh Juice at Rainier Avenue Radio.
every Wednesday hump day from 9 to 11 Pacific.
Get exclusive interviews from your favorite artists, all the hottest music, and updates on what we got going on in the world.
That's every Wednesday, 9 to 11 p.m. on Seattle's Rainier Avenue Radio.
Welcome to the coronavirus pandemic. I'll take coronavirus for 100. Fever, chills, shortness of breath, loss of taste or smell. What is stay at home and isolate? Correct. Coronavirus for 200. Inability to stay awake, persistent pain or pressure in chest, trouble breathing. What is seek immediate help?
Coronavirus for 500.
Crippling and potentially dead infectious disease eliminated in the United States with vaccination.
What is polio vaccine?
Correct.
I'll take coronavirus for 700.
The Daily Double! Should I take the coronavirus vaccine? Wait. Hold up. It's time for serious discussion. We have coronavirus vaccines, but not everyone is comfortable taking them. Here's the facts. Based on what has been proven about vaccines for other diseases, COVID-19 vaccine may help keep you from getting seriously ill, even if you do get the virus. Getting vaccinated also may protect people around, particularly those at greater risk for severe illness from COVID-19. We don't yet have all of the answers. Get informed, talk to your healthcare physician, and make the right decision for you. This is a message supported by the Washington State Department.
This is Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not translating the lyrics of Boogie Oogie Oogie for bored Europeans, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Well, hello, everyone, and thank you for joining Real Estate and Money. Hoping that you're having a great Thanksgiving to Christmas transitional season, and hoping that you are going to be we're going to be decorating your house, and you're going to be having enough food in your cupboards and your refrigerator to maintain your holiday appetite. But today we're going to be talking about winterizing your home. We're going to be talking about the do's and don'ts of actually decorating your house. But before we go on, we're going to tell you a little bit about what's going on in the market. We've got Violeta that we're waiting for. But while we're waiting till she gets on, how was your holiday? Did you have enough food? Did you go visit somebody's house? Did you actually invite people over to your house? Well, the same concepts apply between Christmas and Thanksgiving. There's food, there's family, there's friendship, there's holiday cheer. So what are some of the things that you like to eat at Christmas? What's some of the things that you like to decorate with on Christmas? What are some of the things that you go and visit during Christmas? These are all things that we're going to talk about today. Now, usually with the Christmas season, we've got a lot of snow. We've got a lot of cold air in certain parts of the country. Here in Colorado and Seattle, we do experience winter. We do have all 4 seasons. So we want to talk a little bit about that before people come over to your house, before they sit down and eat and visit every room and every basement and every attic you have in your house. You want to make sure that your house is in good repair, because we don't want you to be having a Christmas celebration and the gutters are falling and there's things coming through the chimney and water's not on, the water heater isn't on, and so on and so forth. So we want to make sure that our house is winterized. So we're going to go ahead and talk about what you can do to winterize your home. And really quick, so Daniel, has Violeta came on yet, or maybe she's just searching for the link, but I did send it to her. But anyways, let's just go ahead and get started. When Christmas comes along, by this time of the year, it's past Thanksgiving. You're out of fall, and now you're into the winter season. December 21st marks the winter season. So what are some of the things that you need to be concerned with? You want to be concerned with your walkways, your house, your roof, your yard. And if you have rental properties, you're going to have to be concerned with, you want to be concerned with what goes on in the rental properties if somebody is not there, if somebody is not covering the pipes, so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and, Daniel, I've got a link up there that's going to be talking about winterizing your home. So if you can pull that up while we wait for Violeta to get on. There are some things that you want to do to winterize your home. First of all, let's just start from the top. You want to check your gutters. So you want to make sure there's no ice dams, there's no debris, there's no leaves, that sort of thing that is cluttering up your gutters. If your gutters are not cleared away, ice can actually compact there, and you're going to have some problems with your roof if you don't get the gutters taken care of. So make sure, if yourself or if you don't have anybody that you trust, you can go ahead and call a professional to make sure that your gutters are clear and that there is no debris, and it's not going to cause any type of hazards later on. You want to protect against your pipes. Now, here in Colorado, it's a huge thing. You know, if you have pipes outside, a lot of sprinkler systems, you want to make sure that those are taken care of. Now, when we say pipes, we're not just talking about your indoor or your garden pipes. Now, of course, everybody has got garden hoses up in the front and in the back of the house, or sometimes on other sides of the house. Now, you make sure that when the weather dips into the mid-20s or the 10s, or even in Seattle, you could have down to like 29 degrees or 25 degrees. Or one time, I believe it went down to 17 degrees. So if you ever get in that situation, you want to make sure that you cover your pipes. Now, that could be remedied by just taking a towel and wrapping very, very tightly around your pipes. Or you can actually go ahead and go to the store, go to the Home Depots or the Lowe's, and get a styrofoam cover that actually goes across the faucet and it seals it up so that no heat can get into it. So no cold can get into it. So it's very, very important. If you've got places in Seattle where you do have drains, or you do have sprinkler systems, that's something that you really have to be concerned with. Here in Colorado, almost every house in the metropolitan area has some form of sprinkler systems. You want to make sure that you call somebody professional and get the water blown out of your sprinkler systems and make sure they are turned off. Now, unfortunately for me, I didn't realize for like a year I didn't even have a sprinkler system. So I was out there with my hose and I was just like, watering the plants and everything like a silly Washingtonian. I didn't realize. I thought to myself, everybody on my block has sprinkler systems. Why don't I? And so one day my friend went downstairs and he's like, what is this? So it was a sprinkler system. And unfortunately, the first year, because I'm cut from California, I'm from Washington State. I don't even know how to turn off the sprinkler systems. I didn't even know that you had to. Well, that summer, my pipes burst, and all six or seven of my sprinkler system hose actually blew up, and I had to have somebody come there in emergency. So make sure that you do have protection on your pipes. Okay, now we've got seal the cracks. So, a lot of times our windows, depending on if your house is older, or if your house is younger, you may have some caulking or some seams that need to be rebound or need to be repaired. So the seams of your house, you want to make sure that in the windows, that all the cracks are covered so that no air can get through. A lot of times it's doors. I know in Seattle there's some room underneath the front door or the back door. You want to make sure that everything is caulked up, everything is binded, and everything is tight so that no wind can come through, or no air can come through. Especially shows little critters can get to in the wintertime. So here we've got stop the slips, trips, and fall. Well, this is very, very important. So I guess V is in this. V, are you on television now?
Yes.
Here now? There you are, my dear. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I have the wrong link.
Okay,
So,
that's fine. That's
here.
fine. Yes. So we're going ahead and we're talking about the winterizing process here, but I'll just get through this really quick. I just have one or two more here. So you want to stop the slips and trips and falls. So a lot of times here in Colorado, anywhere from October all the way till April or May, you're going to have ice or some type of snow on your driveway. Now, for me, I face north. And then my back is facing the sun. So in the wintertime, everybody on my block, we have driveways, we have walkways, we have places where ice accumulates very quickly. It does not go away. So if you do have, I believe here in the state of Colorado, you've got like somewhere up to 24 hours to actually clear the debris to save anybody slipping or anything like that. So make sure that if you have any place that's a walkway, that you get the snow out of the way and you get it cleared up so that you can de-ice it. The last thing you want to do is to install an emergency release. Okay, let's read this really quick. Consider installing emergency pressure release valve in your plumbing system. This will protect against increased pressure caused by freezing pipes. So this is another thing you want to look into. So there are some type of emergency releases around the house so that if your pipes do freeze up at some point, you cannot prevent that, and the water's starting, the pressure is starting to build. Either your fire, the fire department, what have you, will go out there, and they will ask you, they'll knock on your door and say, hey, where's your water release? You need to know where that's at. So make sure you do know where your emergency water release is. So that's my tips for winterizing, V.
Well,
thank you, Daniel.
Along with the water issue, did you talk about getting extensions to your downspout so that it directs water out towards the yard instead of right next to your home?
Mm-hmm.
You say that, and then insulation. You know, those little foamy things that you can put on the faucets outside.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
To cover them up to prevent those from freezing. Did you already talk about that?
Yes, yes.
Oh.
And one thing you remind, I was talking about the sprinkler systems too, saying how the sprinkler systems, if you do have an area that has sprinkler systems, you've got to blow out your sprinkler systems prior to winter. You want to turn off, you want to shut off your water. And, you know, for me, my sprinkler system, it sits outside of the wall it's outside of your house. And you want to make sure to wrap that up because mine actually blew, you know, it froze. But it's not just the pipes. Your sprinkler system actually comes out. There's several valves. So make sure that you go ahead and you wrap that up too, because they will, and they can, and they will burst.
And if you have a company that does that for you, we call them in and they come in and blow out the pipes, get all the water out, and then shut everything down for the winter. And then they'll come back in the spring to turn everything on again. Yes. So that was our mistake last year. We didn't know, having moved into the house, that no one had bothered to. We came in August, and I was going, well, you know, our grass is looking kind of brown. Do you know what's wrong? Or is our sprinkler system working? Because we knew we had one, and no one had bothered to tell the sprinkler people to turn on the valves.
Yeah.
We're already there, and nothing was being watered.
And I was telling them, I was saying that too. I said, it's like a whole year I was out there just watering my plants, wondering why everybody's got a sprinkler system except me. You know, then somebody came in and said, isn't there a digital panel in your garage? I'm like, well, yeah. I'm like, well, isn't there like a sprinkler system valve downstairs? And it says on it, sprinkler, on, off. I'm like, oh my God. And then I have an app on my phone to like hear down all the app. And I can turn it on and it sprinkles and all this kind of stuff, but I had no idea. And then, you know, and I also didn't have any idea that you're supposed to turn it off. You're supposed to push the water through in the wintertime. Yes. So I actually, in the spring, I had like 6 hoses that burst, and it was coming up out of my yard. It was coming up out of my yard. My neighbors called me up, and I was like an hour away. And they're like, oh my God, we don't know what to do. They didn't know what to do, but they called the fire department.
Oh God. The
fire department had to come out. So I was telling people, if you move to a new house, you have a sprinkler system. It is not a joke. Make sure that you know how to maintain it.
Yes. And in the winter, you talk about smoke detectors, carbon monoxide.
No, I didn't. So go ahead and talk about that.
Yeah, just make sure those are in good operating order, because you need to make sure if anything happens that you're prepared, and you should have fire extinguishers on every floor of your home, plus one in the garage. So if you have a 2-story home and attached garage, you should have 3 of them. Yes. Or if you have an accessory dwelling unit, an ADU in the backyard, make sure that one has one as well. So what else? Clear out your gutters, because you don't want to have water overflowing and things freezing up in there or in your downspout, because it's not getting through. Right now, Tina was talking about the snow. Well, you need to be prepared. So get all your stuff for snow now before it hits. Get your shovels, get your de-icers, get a neighborhood kid ready to shovel the snow off your driveway if you have any like that around. I didn't realize that. I've been shoveling snow like crazy, and you get blisters on your hand, and you're freezing, you know, and you can get a service to do it for like $30. They do your whole driveway and de-ice it. I just found that out last year. I know. Unfortunately, in my neighborhood, there might be a high school kid or 2 in the neighborhood. Otherwise, we're all old people. We need to find some youngsters to come out and do the job.
I know. And it's something too. I was going to say too. A lot of people don't realize, but rodents during the when it gets their first snow, they will find a way into your house.
Yes.
I mean, nobody's, it's because it's cold, and they find a way. Even if you open the door, a lot of people they've got pet doors, doggy doors. They'll come right in through that. You know, and they find it with me. They were like climbing in through my dishwasher.
Oh.
For warmth and everything else. So I had to have 3 or 4 people go in there and like seal everything up. So in the wintertime, it's not a joke either. They'll go into your garage.
Yeah.
And they'll go through your kitchen. And it's not a matter of cleanliness. It's a matter of they want to stay warm. So make sure that you have some pest control or something around in the wintertime, because more likely somebody's going to try and get in.
Just walk around your home. Look at all the vents that you have outside. Make sure all the wire mesh is secure on there, because mice, whatever it is, can squeeze their little bodies through tiny little openings and get in. Like Tina says, it's just for them to be safe during the winter when it's so freaking cold. It's not them wanting to infest your home, but then they end up doing that.
Yes,
because
I know. So,
like rabbits.
Yeah. Well, we have a purebred a miniature rat fox terrier. So he was bred in England so that he can terrorize rats. Well, he does. He just plays with them. He just sees me, runs along with them. I'm like, kill him. But no, he doesn't. So don't count on your animals.
Or the birds going through your attic vents. They pick those out too, and make sure attic insulation has 10 to 14 inches of insulation, thick enough to keep the warmth in your home. I don't know if you talked about that too, but
we talked about the sealing of the windows to make sure that your windows are all sealed, especially the older, if you have any windows that touch the sun. A lot of times the ceiling can get the sealant can get cracked, and the caulking actually just dries up.
Yeah, the windows and your doors, because those tend to have the gaskets down below. They get hard and brittle and start to crack, so that'll let cold air in. So make sure you check those too. Now, did we talk about lights?
No, we haven't talked about Christmas lights yet. I have a whole.
Okay,
I've got some things to talk about. You want to talk about? Yeah, let's talk about Christmas lights.
Yeah, look at behind me, Christmas ships in Seattle.
Oh, yes,
thing on Lake Washington.
Oh my gosh, yes, I missed the Christmas ships. Oh.
Yes, let's talk about lights in general, and then we can talk about, if we have time, talk about where to see some of these beautiful light displays, right?
Yes. So as far as lights are concerned, I was saying there are some companies here in Colorado. They actually put permanent lights up, so you can keep your lights all year round. You turn them on when you want. You can turn them red, white, and blue, or you can turn them all Christmas happy. But you can either go ahead and do it yourself, like they do in the olden days. Like Chevy Chase did in his movie, or you can go ahead and hire a professional. So I'm telling you, V, I have got plenty of people I have done loans for that actually fell and broke their leg or something, couldn't go to work the month they were supposed to make their first payment because of Christmas lights. This is a true story. True story. So, whether you have a ladder or not, if you're in certain cold conditions, it may not be for you, but we really recommend hiring a professional. If you do have 2 or 3 story houses, you really want to do something that is not electrically unsafe. You got to think about the power and stuff. A lot of times you put too much power in there, it'll just blow up your system, or it'll short circuit a lot of stuff. So it may be a good idea to go ahead and get a professional. You can do outside lights like they have there in the Christmas on the Christmas boat, and also you can do inside lights that actually are viewed from the street. So whatever you choose, Christmas lights always spark up the season.
Yeah, and I haven't seen any since I saw my friends. But they have projection lights.
Oh, what's that?
That you can have like a little projection device from your house facing for them, facing the woods behind them.
Yes.
And so they had a spray of stars and lights, just the image of those lights projected onto the trees and back.
Yes.
Or you can reverse it and have it shown on your house.
So that is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, that's something different. And then the lights that change color automatically if you wanted to, or you can have them purple and gold for my Huskies.
Yes, there's nothing wrong with that. Yes.
Or the Seahawks. If they did better, I might consider that. But my Huskies, yay. Sorry.
Yes.
But lights, LED lights, there's all kinds of lights that come in different shapes and sizes. And yeah, I think I'm going to have someone come out and put those gutter clips.
Yes.
Just do the line of the house in lights.
Yeah.
Just really simple. And so no one gets hurt because it's a 1-story home with a basement and
wow.
Be ready for every year.
Yes.
And make sure you check the string of lights before you put them up.
Yes.
Like may have had last year, and then all of a sudden you see, oh God, there's one that's not working over here. Oh, and then over here, and then over there. Change the whole string.
Oh my. Well, it looks like here, I'm looking at a graph really quick, and it's from Canon Law, and they're talking about Christmas injuries. And it says here that in 2017, there were over 14,000 Christmas-related injuries.
What?
Yes, 14,000. I'll just send it here. So that maybe Danny, you can
do.
I mean, these, Christmas related could be anything. But here, I don't know if you can show that, Daniel, but I just sent you a link. That's
How about drinking in front of lights? That could be dangerous. Don't do that.
If you see that, if you scroll down, it's crazy. It shows the amount of women that got injured and the amount of men who got injured. But it's almost hilarious. But let me see if I can do that again. It says like the females in 2017, it says here 8,465 females were injured that year. 5,661 males were injured that year. So I'm not quite sure what's going on, if it's in the kitchen or what have you. But it is something that you want to be aware of. It's not a safe time to be at the kitchen. Yeah, so there you go. There's a screen right there, and it shows all the way back to 2008. And it's just saying here that, I mean, it seems fairly consistent with the population, but it looks like women actually get injured a lot more than the men do. If you just take a scan at that chart right there, that's just pretty funny. Let me see if this says why. Estimated data for Christmas decoration injuries. Women are injured by decorations more often than men. Over the 10-year period, an estimated 76,740 women visited the ER compared to 57,541 men.
Okay, and it's because the women are usually the ones, if the kids aren't around, they're going to finish decorating the tree. And sometimes you slip and fall off that ladder and walk right into the tree, and the whole thing comes down with you, right?
And if you scroll down a little bit, Daniel, it gets even funnier. Just
does
go down
it
just
say
a little
what
bit.
it is? It does say what it is.
Most injured body parts. But if you keep going, it says like lacerations. I think you go just a little bit more.
Lacerations.
It talks about let me see by Christmas. Let me see by Christmas projects. Let me go down a little bit more. Catch up with him. Go down. Let me see.
There.
Yeah. It says all the injuries conducted there. Let me see here. You've got lower trunk, you've got head, you got eternal, upper trunk, foot, finger. Lower trunk actually is the highest right there. And the head and eternal injuries, upper trunk, the foot, the fingers, the face, the shoulders. So be careful out there when you get these
people doing.
Well, look at this ladders. Look at that. 324 ladders from ladders. 101 containers. 78 from stairs and steps. Stairs and steps. Look at this. Oh, this is so funny. 84 from floor slips, 52 from chairs, and 48 from step stools. Okay. Christmas is dangerous. Here we go. Dangerous. Oh my gosh. So it talks about all this. So this is let me see. Okay, it has to do with white, black, Hispanic, so on and so forth. So, hey, everybody, it looks like everybody was in here. Thank you, Daniel. So listen, for me, I'm putting up my little Christmas tree. It's a little, I'm not going to go down to the yard or the whatever and get a Christmas tree and put it on my car and tie it and try to bring it in the house. That ain't happening. It's not happening. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my little fake thing together and just whatever. Put some stuff on it. I
can see it starting with a tree farm and slicing off a finger with the hat.
Oh, yeah. No, don't need to do all that. You don't need to do all that.
No, we were so lucky last year. We found in our new garage, a tree in a box. an artificial tree in a box, and I've never had an artificial tree. I always wanted the smell, the look of the real tree, but I had a tree in a box and put it together, and it was perfect.
Yes.
And it had lights on it.
Yes.
So no messing with a string of lights.
Yes. Same with me. Yep.
And so I said, well, why not? These trees now cost, upwards of $500 or more, right? For that tall of a tree. I said, heck, well, I'm going to do a fake tree from now on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I do. I put together. Yeah, because I'm very allergic. People don't realize.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm very, very allergic. It'll last for weeks. And I had a Labrador. My Labrador used to eat the glass ornaments. Just eat it like they were potato chips. I'm like, oh my God. So now I've got like styrofoam. I got some stuff, and I put a little bit higher so that my dog can get to it. But, so it's like even the decorations, you got to be very cautious because your animals will eat.
And Daniel, isn't it true cats are the poinsettia plants are poisonous to cats?
Yes.
Where is he? Is he going to respond to me? But
yes. Poinsettias are dangerous. I think to cats and dogs.
And dogs too. Okay.
Yeah. You just and I don't buy them because I know I just don't know what my dog's going to do. I don't know if you have to eat it or you smell it. I don't know. So I just do artificial.
Yeah, artificial everything.
No, because I don't want it to die. I don't want little critters in there and all that kind of stuff. And then I just it's very easy. I'll put it up and I'll tear it down. Then you have cookies and stuff like that you can make for other decorations and hang around the house and that sort of thing. But
some people they bring live plants in, like a live tree that you can transplant outside in the spring, or shrubs or what have you. Those paper whites are really nice. They smell really nice. They're beautiful, and they can go back outside. Or the amaryllis, you can see it grow, during this time of year, and they're really cool. So to use greenery from outside or whatever's left over, just use it, reuse it, recycle, reuse for your decorations. Put them in vases. It's fun to be creative that way and bring color in with like holly from a bush outside, or lemons to brighten up areas and put them in a vase. Oranges.
And it was really nice of you. I was looking it up later, and I can't find that where I found it at, but it said that most people, about 60% of people actually put their decorations up the weekend after Thanksgiving. A lot of people do it on Christmas Eve. So we're doing this show right now because this is the time. If you haven't done your Christmas decorations yet, plan it for the next week, because you don't want to be up there at the stores at Christmas Eve trying to decorate. Then you have to take it down.
Yeah. There's one Costco, the Costco in Issaquah. They have live trees. Saturday, Sunday, the weekend after Thanksgiving. I haven't, I don't live there anymore, so I didn't. And again, I'm using an artificial tree, but those people that missed out, great deals on trees at Costco. They'll even take them back. I had a girlfriend who had, they come to you all wrapped up, right? You cut the strings, you fluff them out, and there was a squirrel's nest. No squirrel, but a squirrel's nest and empty branches in her tree. Costco took it back, gave her a new tree, no charge. They took the price off the old tree off. She got a free tree. So Costco,
that's a great
deal on trees.
That's a great tip. Yeah, you're right, because it is after the merchant season already for decoration. So thank you for adding that. That's a great tip. Yeah.
How many weekends do we have left, Tina? Before the big day?
2. We got 2 left.
2 weekends left?
Yes. Better get snapping. Okay,
we'll talk about some other things Christmas related next time.
Everything Christmas, yes. So thank you so much for joining us once again. This is always a good time for us to commune. Please visit us next week at the same time at the same place.
All right. Goodbye, everyone. Violeta Strash with Coldwell Banker Danforth.
And I'm Tina Lombard. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Bye.
Bye.